another reading of Wherever You Go, There You Are. We're going to be reading chapter 2 today. Okay, wherever you go, there you are. We did What is Mindfulness last, and chapter 2 is Simple but Not Easy. While it may be simple to practice mindfulness, it is not necessarily easy. Mindfulness requires effort and discipline for the simple reason that the forces that work against our being mindful, namely our awareness and automaticity, never heard that word, are exceedingly tenacious. They are so strong and so much out of our consciousness that an inner commitment of a certain kind of work are necessary just to keep up our attempts to capture our moments in awareness and sustain mindfulness. But it is an intrinsically satisfying work because it puts us in touch with many aspects of our lives that are habitually overlooked and lost to us. It is also enlightening and liberating work. It is enlightening in that it literally allows us to see more clearly and therefore come to understand more deeply areas of our lives that we were out of touch with or unwilling to look at. This may include encountering deep emotions such as grief, sadness, woundedness, anger, and fear that we might not ordinarily allow ourselves to hold in awareness or express consciously. Mindfulness can also help us to appreciate feelings such as joy, peacefulness, and happiness, which often go by fleetingly and unacknowledged. It is liberating in that it leads to new ways of being in our own skin and in the world, which can free us from the ruts we so fall often into. It is empowering as well, because paying attention in this way opens channels to deep reservoirs of creativity, intelligence, imagination, clarity, determination, choice, and wisdom within us. We tend to be particularly unaware that we are thinking virtually all the time. The incessant stream of thoughts flowing through our minds leaves us very little respite for inner quiet, and we leave precious little room for ourselves anyway, just to be, without having to run around doing things all the time. Our actions are all too frequently driven rather than undertaken in awareness, driven by those perfectly ordinary thoughts and impulses that run through the mind like a coursing river, if not a waterfall. We get caught up in the torrent and it winds up submerging our lives as it carries us to places we may not wish to go and may not even realize we're headed for. Meditation means learning how to get out of this current, sit by its bank and listen to it, learn from it, and then use its energies to guide us rather than tyrannize us. This process doesn't magically happen by itself. It takes energy. We call the effort to cultivate our ability to be in the present moment practice or meditation practice. This is definitely something I can work on. So at the end here, we have a question. How can I set right a tangle which is entirely below my level of consciousness? And Nisargadatta in I Am That said, by being with yourself, by watching yourself in your daily life with alert interest, with the intention to understand rather than to judge, in full acceptance of what may emerge, because it is there. You encourage the deep to come to the surface and enrich your life and consciousness with its captive energies. It is great work. It is the great work of awareness. It removes obstacles and releases energies by understanding the nature of life and mind. Intelligence is the door to freedom, and alert attention is the mother of intelligence. Awesome. That's chapter 2.